man, we did a deal a year ago where, and I use this story quite often when somebody's asking why should we hire somebody like you? It's not even just you, right? Why should we hire somebody like you to do this work? And that can be a discussion. I could be having that discussion with a sell-side investment banker or a corporate entity or a founder. And one of the examples I use is that we got brought into a deal a year or so ago, and it was a carve out. It was a publicly traded company, carve out a non-core asset. They had the investment banker called us, brought us in, and the story they told us was, all right, well, we took this to market 18 months ago, and we didn't do any of this financial prep. And we took it to market. We got into due diligence, and it was such a disaster that the offers were basically like fire sale offers. They're like, the buyers kind of came in, most just walked away and said, this is, we can't get comfortable with this. And then a couple that, didn't really care. They're like, all right, this is so messy. I'll lowball the offer here. And if if you want me to take it for a song, then I'll do it. Yep. So 18 months later, so then the seller just said, yeah, no. And then the banker, that's painful for the investment bank, right? They work completely on success fees. So they may got a small retainer. So they go to market, they spent all this time and got, and basically have a loss engagement on their hands. So process spins back up 18 months later. And they told their client, they're like, listen, we will not start this process formally. We will not talk to anybody else. We're not going to send a teaser out. We're not going to contact anybody, any potential buyers until you do a full scrubbing and preparation of a standalone set of financial statements for this business. And you're hiring these guys, which I loved, obviously. And so they walked us in, and we go and we do the full set, prepare, pull together. And this is, again, where we talk about, was it a sell-side QE? I wouldn't say what we did was a sell-side QE, technically speaking. Was there a sell-side QE within the procedures? Yes. But what we did was we prepared a solid set of standalone financial statements that could be used as a baseline for due diligence to come in on the other side. And as we were doing that, you also then worked through all the standard management adjustments, pro forma adjustments, and everything that's required, and the working capital analysis that's typically included within a scope of a sell-side QE. But it was much more than that. And the result there was it did actually, going back to my 3 points, it did remove surprises. Obviously, it allowed the deal to go forward, which is kind of nice. It certainly we had more credibility with the buyers, and it resulted in a more efficient due diligence process. And the best part about it is that the ending price that was paid was somewhere around 5-ish X what was offered 18 months earlier on a business that didn't change. So there were no market or business specific dynamics that resulted in this business being more valuable than it was taken to market 18 months earlier. It was simply sold for that much more because they did a good job preparing it. Wow. And somebody could get their arms around what it was they were buying, and have confidence that in how to analyze this.